Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we're going to be talking about that damn Draymond Green. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to hit all notifications to be notified the second we publish our content. I'm going to state it from the onset, I'm not a fan of Draymond Green. Some people kind of tippy-toe around it. I am not a fan of Draymond Green whatsoever. I just think it's important that I say that from the onset. Draymond Green is one of the dirtiest players I've ever seen play basketball. It's not even close. He is one of the dirtiest players. He has some of the most suspect moves on players I've ever seen. You can just basically go on the internet and pull up basically a compilation video of Draymond Green and his dirty plays, kicking players in the balls multiple times. I don't know why you even do that. What's up with that, yo? Like, why are you kicking dudes in their balls for? Slapping people on the face, acting like you don't know what's happening, stomping on people's chests, throwing people in the chokeholds, backhanding people. Just the other night, I think he threw this Miami Heat player into a headlock. The league ain't do nothing. Nobody did nothing, right? Draymond Green, and he knows who to do it with. This is the part I get. He knows who he can play that game with. And he knows the people he won't play that game with. He tried to run our test. Google Draymond Green and run our test. That came to a halt, a screeching halt. Stop right there. Go look at Marcus Morris Sr., where Marcus Morris Sr. flung his ass to the ground. Nothing happened. Draymond Green stood up and started clapping. There was no retaliation. There was no Shoryuken like the way he did Jordan Poole. There was Nathan. None of that going on. Tristan Thompson, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. They're players he does it to because he knows they'll be intimidated or whatever, and then players that he doesn't. So what happened? Yesterday, the Golden State Warriors are in a hunt for the playoffs, and if I'm looking at the NBA standings right now to make the play-in, the Golden State Warriors are the number 10 seed, and they won 2 games in a row, but they're really fighting to make it into the play-in. So yesterday, they're playing a game against the Orlando Magic, a game which they ultimately won, by the way, thanks to the heroics of Stephen Curry there. And then I see the notification on my phone that it was on Instagram that Draymond Green got ejected in 4 minutes left to go, 4 minutes in the first quarter. I was like, how is this possible? So I clicked to see the video, and Draymond Green is there arguing with the referee. I don't know why Draymond can not say something and then maybe say it again and stop. He cannot control himself, so he just goes off and keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he gets tossed. And after he got tossed, you literally see Stephen Curry look like he was about to burst into tears. That's how emotionally distraught he was over that situation. So what happened this morning? I woke up and I saw that on Nightcap that they did a show reacting to the Draymond Green incident by getting thrown out of the game, and it was Shannon Sharpe and Gilbert Arenas talking about it. So what we want to do is we want to play what Shannon Sharpe had to say about that ejection, and then we're going to come back and react to what he had to say. Take a listen to what Shannon had to say here.
Let's take a listen to the Steph sound after the game.
What did you think of the Draymond ejection?
All I say is we need him. He knows that. We all know that. So whatever it takes to keep him on the floor. He'll be available. That's what's got to happen.
Why do we keep having this conversation? Draymond said back in 2016, he had learned his lesson because he cost his team an NBA championship.
Yes.
You're no longer going to have to worry about Draymond because I'm never going to, and he potentially cost himself a finals MVP.
Yeah, he didn't clothesline nobody this time. Last night or the other night, almost. This one, I don't put on him. I put it more on the ref. This one.
But here's the thing, though, Gil. Why would Draymond? He's their worst negotiator.
Facts.
Do you realize if the officials, if any other player within the official space yelling like Draymond, they would get tossed on a nightly basis? He knows that he's going to get a little leeway because they're going to give that this just Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't get their fight. Now, maybe they don't want to go to the playoffs. I can see them losing a couple more games and Steve Kerr shutting Steph Curry down for the rest of the year. I can see it.
Yes.
I can totally see that happening. If the Rockets ever catch them, now I don't know when we came on, Williams hit a 3 to send the game into overtime. And last I saw, I thought the Rockets were up a couple of games, so they might be a half game back, or they might be a full game and a half back. But I don't know what the end of that game what it did. Did the Rockets hold on and win, or did
Rockets won?
Okay, so now the Rockets have won 10 straight in overtime, and they're only one game behind the Wizards for the 10th spot. One game behind the Warriors for the 10th spot. I can see a scenario that if the Rockets catch the Warriors for that 10th spot, they're not going to fight for it. They're like, okay, hey, Steph, you done.
So you heard what Shannon Sharpe had to say there. Gilbert Arenas was defending it. I'm not exactly sure why he was defending it. Gilbert Arenas tried to put it on the ref. They also tried to put it on Rudy Gobert. Don't touch me. Oh, when you're in an altercation, don't touch me. Touch the teammate. What? What? What are y'all talking about? People try to make a defense for Draymond, and they just say anything. When you're in a fight, in an altercation, the rule is you don't touch the person. That's bull. How do I know this? Go look at the fight between Rajon Rondo and Chris Paul. Who was the person standing right behind Chris Paul? Who was the person? Who was the person that grabbed Chris Paul when the first punch was thrown by Rajon Rondo? Who was that person? Go look at the video. Who was it? The person was actually LeBron James. LeBron James. So LeBron grabs Chris Paul, who's not his teammate but his friend, to try to break up the scuffle. Then what will happen? Then a Rocket player should run up and throw LeBron James in a chokehold. And you will be up here talking about, well, LeBron deserves to be thrown in a chokehold because he touched the wrong. Y'all would never say that. But they don't like Rudy Gobert because he's a foreigner. They're like, let's just call it is what it is. Like, y'all don't like him, some of y'all, because he's a foreigner. So he's a green light. He food. So Draymond throws somebody into a chokehold, a move that if you did that on the street, you would be arrested. And if a police did that to you, I don't even think police are allowed to throw people into chokeholds like that. But y'all let Draymond Green walk it off like that. Y'all let him walk it out because y'all like Draymond Green, some of y'all. And then yesterday you're going to talk about it's the ref? Do you know even Steve Kerr said Draymond Green deserved to get thrown out? The coach is usually the first person that defends the player, even the coach. Even Stephen Curry, you heard him. Stephen Curry was beside himself. Like, what? Draymond don't care. He doesn't care. And I think Draymond doesn't have any self-control. I think Draymond Green doesn't have any self-control. Draymond Green does that because he knows that he's in an NBA setting and nothing is really going to happen. Draymond Green would not do that on the street to just some person walking out because you don't know what that person is capable of. He knows that. Anybody that behaves like a Draymond Green in real life is up out of here. They're not even here no more. Because you do that in reality with the wrong person, you up out of here. Some people are not going for that. Some people are not even going for all of that talking. You heard the Biggie song? Talk slick. You get your, you know what, quick, because real street ain't having that. These people ain't going to be playing with Draymond Green. They're not playing with him. So I don't like Draymond Green. I don't like what he does. I don't like his antics. Draymond Green acts like as if he's like one of the best players to ever play this sport. He talks more trash than LeBron James. So I don't like Draymond Green. I don't like what he does. I don't like a lot of his sucker moves. And Kenyon Martin brought it up on the Gills Arena. He's like, yo, is anybody going to stand up to this dude? Is anybody going to sock him in the mouth? Or y'all just all going to let this dude run up on you and put his goon down on all of you and nobody does nothing, waiting for the ref to jump in? Nobody feels a type of way. Nobody in the NBA going chin check. Nobody out of the 450 players, they all going for it. Y'all all gonna let this dude keep continuously punking you guys on TV every single year? Nobody? That's why they call it the cupcake era. Imagine if Draymond existed in the 90s and he was pulling this off. Just imagine if the Charles Oakleys, the Rick Mahorns, and all of these guys was playing, and then Draymond Green. Just imagine what that would look like. What do you think will happen? These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We'll catch you on the next show. Peace.